if you guys have watched my last, I'm looking for my scissors. If you guys had watched my last video, you would see that I'm kind of having an epoxy allergy right now, so I'm trying to stay away from epoxy. While we are waiting for the tutorial to be done on the Chrysolite Grand Finale cup that I'm working on, I figured we'd come on, and I've got a new little thing that I want to show you guys. It's actually pretty cool, and this is for all of you that do sublimation. So, excuse me. So, I started doing sublimation like right after Christmas. I haven't even been doing it a month. And when I'm getting my cups and stuff, they're coming out with like ghosting and stuff like that because I have arthritis in my hands and I can't squeeze that paper tight enough. Well, I saw this thing on, I think it was TikTok, and it's called the Pinch Perfect tool. And what it does is it actually, I'll show it to you. It's this. So you wrap your image around your cup, and then you take this and you pinch the paper together. So I did one the other day, and let me grab it. But it actually came out really, really, really good. This is the best sublimation tumbler I've done. There's no ghosting. You can barely see the seam. But this is what it looks like. This is the first cup that I did with that, with this tool. So you can just barely see that seam. But there's no ghosting on the bottom. There's no ghosting on the top. Of course, I went all the way to the top with the image. But it turned out really, really cute. So I wanted to just do a little tutorial and show you guys how to use this. I mean, I figured why not? If I can use it, somebody else can use it too. And this little thing was only, I think it was $15. And it will go around a 20 or a 30 ounce. And I use mainly 25 and 35 ounce cups. I do use some 20s. So it works perfect. And I can only sublimate one cup at a time. So I only needed one. It's perfect for me. But it was only like 15 bucks. And it got here in like 3 days. It was ridiculous shipping. So I ordered some of these from Stainless Depot because they were on sale. This is the glittered sublimation tumblers. And so it looks like it's covered in silver glitter. So we're going to take this image, which, you know, of course, well, you're not seeing it backwards, but I have it on there backwards. And we're going to wrap it around this cup. I'll show you how to use this little tool. And then we will cook this cup and see how this turns out. So here we go. Okay, I had to go find my scissors. So I'm just going to cut. I've got way too much stuff on this craft table. I'm just going to cut. And I'm using my phone for this video, guys, because I left. So when I make a video, I make the video in my craft room at home. And then when I edit my video, I actually take it. We have a retail store. So I actually take it to, and it's not a craft retail store, unfortunately. It's billiards supplies, pool tables, shuffleboards, cues, and all that good stuff. So my husband and I are both pretty big into pool. So anyway, I take my my camera up to the store and I edit it there because the computer there is a lot faster than the computer I have here at home. So my camera is actually still up there because I'm editing a video right now. So let me grab my tape. And I wanted to get this tutorial done while I still had time to do it. So this is just my heat tape. So okay, I had to figure out how it goes. So I'm just going to wrap this around and get it straight on here. And these cups, this is a 25 ounce sublimatable sub cup. I can't say that word. Oh, don't get me to start trying to say words I can't say. Anyways, this is a 25 ounce. And So the measurements on a 25 ounce, either a sub or a stainless steel cup from the Stainless Steel Depot, is pretty much 8 by 10. So 8 up and down, 10 of 10 width. Okay, this is what I did. So this thing actually does come with instructions too. So, and I will put the link down below. I don't have a discount code or anything for this one, but I'll stick the link down below so you guys can, if you want to get one of these, you can. It's so easy. Oh my gosh. When I first got it, I was like, I had seen several TikToks about it, and I'm like, oh, that thing's not going to work, you know, blah, blah, blah. I just don't have the strength in my hands to pull this tight. So what I did was I just taped one side there, and then you take your little tool and you slide it onto your cup like this. And I'm going to try to do this where you guys can see it. But you want to get it where it's the two. So let me show this to you real quick. So when you open it up, there's little grippies right here. So you want to get those grippies as close to the seam as you can on either side, just like that. And then you just pinch it together. So it's when you pinch it together, see how close it brings that, and it stays on, it's not going to fall off. So you just pinch it as close as you can together, and then tape that seam. The hardest part's getting the tape on it. So what I did was and once that's done, I take the tape off of this little piece right here, and I just slid down, and like I said, it comes with instructions. I just slid down my cup. So I brought it down a little bit further and pinched it together, just like that. And then, now you still have to pull it together a little bit, especially on these bigger cups, but I mean, it's crazy how good this thing works. So it looks like I haven't done a 25 ounce yet. I haven't done anything bigger. I didn't cut this. I cut off too much of the seam. So we're going to have a little bit of a seam on this one, but that's okay. Because I didn't cut it big enough. So, anyways, you just keep going down your cup and squeezing that paper around as tight as you can get it, and just taping all the way down the cup. So, and like I said, we'll have a little bit of a seam because I didn't cut this. I cut off I should have left some of the white on the edge of the, but it pulls that. I mean, look how tight that is. There's no gap. And I was having such a hard time when I first started doing this. Like, I have done sublimation shirts and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, sublimating a cup, it can't be, you know, too much harder than that. It is if you have arthritis and you can't pull these things down. So, and even if you don't have arthritis and you can pull these down, I mean, look how quick that was. That was super quick. So after I do that, I just take my little squeegee tool thing and kind of get, if there's any air or anything up in there. But it pulls that paper so tight. Like, I don't know if you can see, but you can't even tell that there's paper wrapped around that. So it's amazing. So then I just tape up the top. And if you guys don't do sublimation, this is how you do it. Now, with that being said, as new as I am to sublimating tumblers, don't rely on me. Go watch some other creators, because there are creators that have been out there doing this forever, that know a lot more than I do. I'm still kind of going through a little bit of trial and error with my oven, but I think I finally got it. I finally got the temperature right and the time and all that good stuff. But I watched a ton of videos before I did this. So, but when you tape the top, you just want to make sure you want to put about that much. And then just fold it over. And then you do the same thing to the bottom. Because you don't want the air. The reason that you tape it all up like this is you don't want any air getting under there. And I can tell that there is a little bit, but because I didn't trim that big enough, but you don't want any air in there. You want this completely sealed so that when this picture bakes onto your cup, it works out good. Now, oh, my allergies are driving me crazy, y'all. Anyways, I have tried both ways of wrapping my cup. I've tried using the silicone sleeve that you can get on Amazon. I didn't like it. It's too hard to get off and get on for me. So I tape my cup. So let me get the bigger tape. So I went and got, whoops, and I'm dropping everything. I went and got the big wide tape from Home Depot. And I tape my cup up. And you just want to make sure that you pull that tape really tight. And I don't tape the very top and the very bottom because they're already taped up, so. And you just want to make sure that you pull it really, really tight. Another reason I started offering sublimated cups was because it seems like every customer that I had that wanted me to do a custom order, they would send me a image from Etsy, and it never failed. The image that they sent me was a sublimation. So I was trying to recreate some of these images, you know, using epoxy and glitter, and some of them you can do, some of them are not hard. Like, I love being challenged like that, kind of. And, but I got to a point where I was like, you know what? For a 25 ounce epoxy, glittered, all that good stuff tumbler is like $45. And with the times that we're in right now, people don't want to spend $45 for a cup, at least where I live. So I was like, I can do sublimation. They can send me an image. I can stick it on a cup. It can be done in 30 minutes. And they can have a cup for 20, 25 bucks. So, okay. Now we've got all this wrapped up. So we are going to take it over to our little convection oven and put it in there. Okay, here's my little convection oven. So I'm going to set this timer. I'm going to preheat it a little bit. So I'm going to put it on 10 minutes. And I'm just going to let it, I just kind of let it get hot. That way the cup doesn't have to stay in there so long. Because I found that this little oven takes a little bit, here, and I'll show you what it looks like. It takes it a little while to heat up, to get really hot. So I just let it, and I just realized that my mouth was right close to that microphone. So if I yelled at you, I'm sorry. It takes a little bit for it to get warm. So I'm going to let this heat up, and then we'll come back and get our cup in there. Okay, now we can put our cup in there. Don't do this without gloves. I'm a dork. Okay, and I do have to turn mine, so my timer's on 6 minutes, at about 360. So every 2 minutes I come over here and I just kind of push it and turn it. So I'm going to let this bake, and then we will be back and I will show you we'll unwrap it and show you the finished product. Okay, so 6 minutes, 360. Let me move my light back where it was. I was taking pictures of my cups for my website. Okay, and it's still hot, so I'm going to swap my glove to the other hand so I can peel off this tape. Why is it you can't peel tape off of a cup with your left hand if you're right-handed? So it's still kind of really hot. And when you use the tape, it's a little, I mean, it takes it longer to unpeel it and all that, other than, and when I ordered, so when I ordered my, my gloves, they came with one of those, you know, the silicone wrap thing. Let me show you what it is. So it came with one of these. So this just slips onto your cup, and I just didn't like it. It was too hard for me to take on and off. So yeah, this turned out really pretty. I'm doing this out of camera for a reason. Alright, this turned out really pretty. So I have another one that's a winner. So, and the seam actually isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Maybe because there's so much going on, but it's really not as bad as I thought it would be. But there it is. Now, if I would have done this without that tool, it wouldn't look this good. But that glitter just really shines through on that cup, and it's just so pretty. So there it is. We sublimated, that's still kind of warm, sublimated this cup using our little Pitch Perfect tool. And so now somebody can take this cup and see if I can take this cup and trying to make it where you can actually see the glitter, but I don't think you can. I don't think I can get it that way, but there it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and like I said, I've only been doing this for a month or so, so definitely go watch some other creators. Duncan Custom Airbrush has a super funny, oh my gosh, his sublimation video was the first one I watched, and it's funny. So go watch some other creators and see how they do it. Get tips from them. Get tips. I'll tell you that with any video that I make. Go watch other creators and get tips from them. Everything I learned didn't just come from one person. It came from like a ton of people. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. The next video you'll see coming up is the one using the Crystalite Grand Finale. So as soon as I get that one finished and edited, I'll get it on here. But until then, I will see you then. And I will put a link for the Pinch Perfect tool down in the description below. So if you want to purchase it, you can. So I will see you next time. Bye.